Dre Baldwin, balloverseas.com, the overseas basketball blueprint. Here's the third harsh reality about professional basketball, the pro basketball world, is that your athleticism can substitute for your lack of size. So this is, when I say harsh reality, it doesn't necessarily have to be a negative thing. You can use your athleticism to make up for what you lack in height, to give yourself more tools and more ways that you can impact the basketball game / help a team / give yourself more opportunities to do something and be somebody in the professional basketball world, which I think you're probably interested in. Some examples. Just talked about size mattering. You got a guy like Nate Robinson, who, according to measurements, he's 5 feet 9 inches tall, which most 5'9" players, no matter how good they are, they're not getting a sniff at something like the NBA. Maybe overseas. They're not getting a sniff at the NBA. Nate Robinson had a career in the NBA simply because dude, pound for pound, inch for inch, was one of the best athletes in the entire NBA based on his makeup. The guy was just an anomaly of an athlete. A guy like Allen Iverson, he was incredibly quick. Despite the fact that he was undersized. He was listed at, I think, 6 feet, but many people said that he wasn't actually 6 feet tall. But Nate Robinson's athleticism allowed him to play bigger than he actually was the only reason why he was able to make the NBA. It wasn't because he was just it wasn't even that he was that great at running an offense. He was just a super athlete. And again, how many other Nate Robinsons have you seen? So don't think you're going to become a Nate Robinson. You need to be 99 across the board in the things that I already said. But you look at other people who have the size, but maybe not for their position. For example, Charles Barkley, who's they say he's like 6'4", 6'5", he was playing power forward. He was leading the NBA in rebounding. He was dunking on 7-foot guys. Charles Barkley was a power forward. He never played on the wing. He wasn't a perimeter player. He was a quote-unquote big man, even though he wasn't that much taller than I am, playing in the NBA, grabbing 10, 12 rebounds a game, scoring 30 points a game. Charles Barkley was a beast because of his athleticism. And it was really his athleticism, his power. He had a lot of power in his lower body, from his glutes to his hips and his legs. And then his athleticism, his ability to get up off the ground, allowing him to play bigger than he actually was. Another guy is Dwayne Wade, who was about my height, about the same height as Charles Barkley, about 6'4". But Dwayne Wade had a really long wingspan. His wingspan was like 6'9", 6'10", which meant his arms were disproportionately long, and a lot of basketball players have these disproportionately long wingspans. Draymond Green of Golden State Warriors, at least as of this recording, he's another example of this, who's maybe 6'7", but he has like this 7-foot wingspan, so he's able to make plays defensively that other players simply can't make. And the casual fan may think, well, the guy's just a great defender, or Dwayne Wade just jumps really high. And yes, Draymond is a great defender, and Dwayne Wade does jump high, but Dwayne Wade has some extra length when he's reaching up to block somebody's shot or to dunk on somebody that players at his height of 6'4", many of them just don't have that wingspan to do that. And Draymond Green getting in the passing lanes and making the plays that he makes, part of that is his wingspan. It's not just his instincts, it's not just his talent, it's not just his hard work. He just has some natural tools that other people don't have. So the point of this is, any of you players out there, you can't really do anything about your height. I mean, it used to be commercials, campaigns back in the day where they would tell you to drink milk, right? If you drink milk, it'll make you taller and make your bones stronger. I don't think anybody believes that anymore. So it's not really anything that you can do tangibly yourself that's really going to make you grow taller. Either you will or you won't when it comes to getting taller. But what you can do, you can work on your athleticism. You can address your ability to get from point A to point B. You can, make yourself quicker, faster, stronger, able to absorb contact, be in better shape, better reaction time, better agility, better speed, better strength, better quickness. You can do those things while still being able to do your thing on the court. So don't go bulk up and become a bodybuilder. Now you can't run anymore. But there are things you can do for that. I actually have 2 programs. One of them called the Ultimate Athlete. It's a 15-week overall basketball athleticism program. It is made specifically for basketball players. It's 15 weeks long, and here's the great thing about Ultimate Athlete: you need 0 equipment to do the program. I told my trainer, Maria, who actually designed the program, I said, I need you to make a program for players who don't have access to a gym, they don't have any equipment, there's nowhere they can go, don't have anything. They got to be able to do it in their living room with nothing. I need that program. 15 weeks. She did it. She's a miracle worker. It's on the court, in season and off season. In season and off season program specifically for basketball athleticism. You need nothing at all to do that program. That's called Ultimate Athlete. And another one's called Position of Power. Then I told Maria, hey, now make one for for people who do have access to a gym. They do have equipment. They do have a medicine ball or some dumbbells or things like that. Make a program for them too. That's called Position of Power. So you got the no equipment program, 15 weeks. You got the full equipment program, strength training, 10 weeks. That's Position of Power. Both of them have in-season and off-season periods. And they are both adjustable. So as you get stronger, you get better. Things change. Maybe you're recovering from something. You can adjust the programs. You can get both of those at hoophandbook.com/UA for Ultimate Athlete. hoophandbook.com/UA Ultimate Athlete. That's the on the court, not on the court. I keep saying on the court. That's no equipment and full equipment training programs off the court specifically for basketball players. Those are basketball player programs. They are not for tennis. They are not for a regular person who doesn't play ball. They're specifically going to get you in shape to play basketball, for basketball functional movements. If you don't know what that is, you will find out when you read the introduction to those programs, as I wrote it. So, Ultimate Athlete, Position of Power, those are both at hoophandbook.com. Those are the things that you can do to affect your ability to impact the game despite whatever size you may be. If you want to play bigger than your size, which is always a quality, a positive quality that you want to hear a scout or a coach say about you on the court, work on your athleticism. I got the two programs to do it, Ultimate Athlete, Position of Power, hoophandbook.com. If you do not yet have this book right here, I don't understand why, because I'm not even selling you this book. This book is free. All I'm telling you to do is go get it by going to balloverseas.com. Tell us where to ship the book. All you do is cover the shipping. It's balloverseas.com. This is the Overseas Basketball Blueprint. I wrote this book is about how you can play professional basketball even if you've been overlooked, underrated, ignored, never paid attention to, even if you came out of a D3 where you walked on, even if you had no agent, even if you have no game film, no nothing, because all of that I just explained to you was my story. And I ended up having a 9-year career overseas. So if I could do it, you can do it, as long as you follow my blueprint and as long as you do the things that I've been talking about in these other material. I'm talking about working on your athleticism, working on your game, actually having talent, having skill, being able to deliver. You got to be able to do all of that, all right? Just reading the book itself is not going to put you overseas. Reading the book itself, doing the things that I've talked about and applying what's in the book, that will get you overseas. balloverseas.com. The book's paid for. All you do is cover the shipping, work on your game. Dre all day.